Welcome back, everyone. I'm Liz, and this is Lisa. In our last soundbout, we shared a little bit about how unveiling the shroud was birthed. Today, we're diving into a topic that might sound a little heavy, but trust me, it's incredibly important and ultimately profoundly comforting. We're going to chat a bit about death doulas. Lisa, let's jump right in. What is a death doula?
Well, it can sound a bit intimidating, but at its heart, it's about compassionate companionship and holistic support during the death and dying process. So, you know how a birth doula supports someone entering life? A death doula supports someone transitioning out of life. They provide non-medical, emotional, spiritual, and practical support to the dying person and their loved ones.
So like a support system, but specifically for end of life. So not a doctor or a nurse.
Exactly. That is a crucial distinction. Death doulas do not provide medical care. They work alongside doctors, nurses, hospice teams, and other healthcare professionals. Their role is to complement that medical care by focusing on the physical comfort, the emotional well-being, the spiritual aspects, and practical needs that often get overlooked in a clinical setting. Does that make sense?
Totally makes sense. Some examples of what that support looks like or what exactly a death doula might do include emotional support, as you mentioned, actively listening, simply being present in the room, helping to process the fear, the grief, and any anxiety. Another example might be legacy work, helping the dying person tell their life story, creating memory books, and similar projects that require practical assistance of a death doula. A death doula might help to organize end-of-life paperwork. They might just ensure that the person who's dying has their favorite blanket or the music that's playing is what they want. There's also visual planning, grief support, and facilitating conversations with family members and medical support. There are so many aspects to being a death doula.
So that sounds like a lot, right? But it's also not just for the dying person. Death doulas also help support the entire circle of loved ones.
Absolutely.
And so families are often overwhelmed, exhausted, and navigating uncharted emotional territory. A death doula can provide the much needed respite, guidance, and a calm presence, allowing family members to focus on spending quality time with their loved ones.
They can help to bridge communication gaps. They can ensure that the dying person's wishes are honored. It's about bringing humanity and dignity back into the dying process. Why do you think this is so needed now, Lisa? Don't people just die?
That's such a great question, Liz. In past generations, death was often a community event happening at home with family and neighbors involved. But modern medicine has extended life, often in hospitals or care facilities, making death feel more institutionalized and less personal. Families also have moved geographically and are dispersed all over, and many people haven't had direct experience with death within their immediate families.
We've lost some of that inherent wisdom and comfort around how to die. Death doulas help to bridge that gap. They bring back personalized care and compassionate approaches to the end of life. They also normalize dying as a part of life's journey.
So folks, it's really about reducing fear, increasing peace, and making sure that our final chapter is as meaningful and as full of love as possible.
In fact, there's no need to wait until those final moments to start planning. Death doulas can help with thinking through how you would like your celebration to be done. What songs would you like played? And who would you like to give that jewelry to? Sharing your end-of-life wishes doesn't necessarily have to happen when death is at the door. It's a part of life for all of us.
It absolutely is. So it's really about empowering individuals to have the death they wish for and helping their loved ones navigate that journey with as much grace and dignity as possible. I feel it helps to reduce anxiety and promote acceptance and create moments of profound connection and closure. Essentially, a death doula is a compassionate guide through one of life's most challenging yet inevitable transitions.
So hopefully this little soundbite has helped to shed some light on the role of a death doula and how they can participate in the planning and preparing for your own death.
I hope we've shed some light on what we do as death doulas and perhaps got you thinking about what things you'd like to get in order before the time is near.
Join Lisa and me on the next soundbite of Unveiling the Shroud.
Here's to living life more fully as we embrace conversations about its end.